Fans have seen some of the most exciting and memorable times in sports history thanks to the National Basketball Association. A lot of historically important things have happened in the league, like game-winning shots and title runs that will be remembered for a long time. In this video, we'll look at the 20 most iconic moments in NBA history. Some of the best athletes in sports history have played in the NBA, and their achievements have led to some of the most memorable times in sports history. The NBA has given fans a lot of moments that have left them speechless, like Michael Jordan's famous flu game and LeBron James' memorable chase-down block. Let's finally start this video, where we'll look at the 20 times in NBA history that are often called iconic. Number 20. The Chicago Bulls' Last Dance. The Chicago Bulls won their 6th title in 8 years during the 97-98 season. This was the end of one of the best runs in NBA history. This was the last step in one of their best runs. The season was documented in The Last Dance, an ESPN program that gave fans an inside look at the trip the team took and the people who were there. The movie has quickly become one of the best-known and most talked about sports docs ever made. Number 19. The Last Game for Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant led the Los Angeles Lakers to a win over the Utah Jazz in his last game before leaving the NBA. He scored 60 points in that game. Bryant's performance was one of the most memorable in the history of the NBA because of how well he scored and how competitively he played. Number 18. The Shot Clock. In the 1954 NBA Finals, the Syracuse Nationals and the Minneapolis Lakers played a game that came to be known as the Shot Clock game. This game was played by both teams. Because the Nationals kept the ball for more than 3 minutes when the score was tied and there was less than a minute left, the NBA had to start using a shot clock the next season. Number 17. Dirk Nowitzki's The Run to the Championship. Dirk Nowitzki was named the NBA Finals Most Valuable Player in 2011, after helping the Dallas Mavericks beat the heavily favored Miami Heat and win the title. Nowitzki is one of the best power players in NBA history because of how well he scores and how well he does when the game is on the line. Number 16. How Vince Carter did in the Slam Dunk Contest. Vince Carter's performance in the NBA Dunk Contest in 2000 was one of the most impressive in all of sports history. Carter's high-flying dunks and acrobatic moves left fans amazed and cemented his place as one of the most interesting players in the league. Number 15. The bribery and corruption in the Palace. During a game between the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons in 2004, a fight broke out between players and fans. Indiana was where the game took place. This event, which became known as the Malice at the Palace, was one of the most well-known in the history of the NBA, and a number of players were suspended and given other punishments because of it. Number 14. Tim Duncan's bank shot. Tim Duncan's legendary bank jumper was one of the most accurate and consistent shots in NBA history. Duncan was known for his basic skills and for being able to lead his team to wins. His bank shot was one of the most important scoring moves he could use. Number 13. Dennis Rodman's hair. Dennis Rodman was one of the most well-known NBA players ever because of his colorful hairstyles and eccentric personality. Rodman was known for his great ability to get the ball back and his willingness to do whatever it took to help his team win. Number 12. Allen Iverson's practice rant. In 2002, after a game, Allen Iverson held a press conference where he famously said, "We talking 'bout practice," to get back at the media for focusing on his lack of exercise. Since then, the event in question has become one of the most famous and well-known in NBA history, and it has been made fun of and referenced in many different ways in pop culture. Number 11. The slam shot by Shaquille O'Neal that broke the backboard. In 1993, Shaquille O'Neal made a dunk that was so strong that it broke the backboard and sent glass bits onto the court. During the game, O'Neal's huge size and strength were on full show. It was one of the most memorable times in NBA history. Number 10. Steph Curry's record-setting three-pointer making season. Steph Curry made an incredible 402 three-pointers during the 2015-16 NBA season. He broke his own record for the most three-pointers made in a single season. He was able to set a new record because of this. Because Curry was so good, more and more teams started to realize how important the three-point shot was. This helped change the game in a big way. Number 9. Larry Bird stole and passed the ball. In 1987, during Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Larry Bird made a play that is thought to be one of the best in NBA history. With just a few seconds left on the clock, Bird stole an inbound pass and quickly passed the ball to Dennis Johnson, who scored a game-winning layup to break the tie. Johnson won the game because Bird stole the ball. This play showed how smart Bird was about basketball and how well he could play under a lot of pressure. Number 8. Bill Russell's 11 wins. Bill Russell played in the NBA. During his time, he won 11 championships, which is more than any other player in NBA history. Bill Russell, who was known for his great defense and rebounding skills, was a big reason why the Boston Celtics had one of the most successful stretches in NBA history. Number 7. Hakeem Olajuwon's Dream Shake. Hakeem Olajuwon's Dream Shake is one of the most famous moves in NBA history. Olajuwon would trick defenses by going one way and then turning around and going the other, leaving them in his wake. This move was a big part of how he became one of the most powerful centers in NBA history. Number 6. The chase down block that LeBron James did. During Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals, LeBron James made a defense play that will be remembered as one of the most famous moments in NBA history. With less than 2 minutes left in the game, James chased down Andre Iguodala and stopped him from making a shot. This helped the Cleveland Cavaliers keep their lead and win their first title in franchise history. Number 5. Ray Allen's three-point shot that tied the game. In the last few seconds of the sixth and final game of the 2013 NBA Finals, Ray Allen made a three-pointer to tie the game and send it into overtime. Allen's game-winning shot was a big reason why the Miami Heat went on to win both the game and the championship. Number 4. Michael Jordan's The Shot. During the 1989 NBA playoffs, Michael Jordan beat Craig Ello with a game-winning shot. This let the Chicago Bulls move in on the playoffs and beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. The shot has become one of the most famous moments in NBA history, and it was very important in showing that Jordan could perform well under pressure. Number 3. Magic Johnson's Baby Hook. Magic Johnson hit a baby hook in the last few seconds of Game 4 of the '87 NBA Finals. This helped the Los Angeles Lakers beat the Boston Celtics. Most people agree that the shot is one of the most important shots in the history of the NBA. Number 2. Kobe Bryant's game with 81 points. In 2006, Kobe Bryant scored 81 points in a game against the Toronto Raptors. At the time, that was the second most points ever scored in an NBA game. Bryant's scoring run was one of the most impressive sports feats ever, and it solidified his place as one of the best basketball players of all time. Number 1. Michael Jordan's Flu Game. Michael Jordan led the Chicago Bulls to win over the Utah Jazz in Game 5 of the '97 NBA Finals, even though he was sick and had the flu. Chicago was where the game took place. Even though he looked sick and didn't have much strength, Jordan scored 38 points, including a crucial three-pointer in the last few minutes of the game. Since it started, the National Basketball Association has given its fans a lot of chances to see things they will never forget. Some of the most famous and iconic moments in sports history have happened in the NBA, like game-winning shots and great performances. Whether it's Michael Jordan's flu game or Kobe Bryant's 81-point game, these are the kinds of games that will be talked about for years and years. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more.